All right, this is how he had it set up, but some of the props are gone. There was an awning over both this garage door and this garage door. You'd enter here. This side was less scary. This side was more scary. So the little kids could come through here and have fun. And if you were brave enough, you can go in there and exit. I had the other exit over here on this side of the door. So this guy was standing out here and had an awning over it. And you'd come in here. I had a little smoke machine over here. You come in this way. There's one of the smoke machines. There's the awning. I had a Medusa.
My eyes, I'll change you forever to stone.
Of course, it was darker in here. Right now, it's in the afternoon. I just took an old pallet I had and tore it apart and kind of
Take a peek.
screwed it onto this wall. What I used was these sheets of pressed cardboard or whatever it is to give it rigidity. And then I had a 2x3s, and I'll show that later. 2x3s as framing for this. Once I start taking it apart, I'll do another video. Once I get all the props out, just how it looked without
I'll change you forever.
anything. So you come in here, and I had all this stuff for the little kids to look at. Pumpkins lit up. This inflatable pumpkin had Jack Skellington and Sarah, I think that's her name, a spider, and all this. And they just kind of walked in. There was a Nightmare Before Christmas music was playing. All this is just landscaping fabric. I use that to cloak everything, even the ceiling, so that it would be darker in here and you wouldn't see the top of my garage. We just kind of used whatever we had. Most of this stuff belongs to a friend, and we just use it as props. I just used the garage and built everything, but most of the props belong to them. And so today I'll be taking it apart and giving it back to them to store. I made like a little fence here with some 2x2s, or 2x1s, I think. It's like a little fence. So little kids, if they were small enough, they could still see over it or through it if they wanted to. I had a little sheet here, and then came into this area. Had a crow here that would crow, and upside down mummy guy in spider webs. Home Depot skeleton dressed like a pirate, and a old coffin. Here we had some dolls dressed up like a witch and some other things. Frankenstein in front of that globe that would change colors. Another mummy had some psychic reading cards, and a black cat. So I wanted to use dry ice in this cauldron, but last year I had bad luck with it, so this year I just stuck some LEDs in there that would glow like that, and then put some orange spider webbing over it. It looks pretty good, I think. And this was a witch. I think she's turned off now, but she'd say something, the globe would light up and her arms would move. And I had a bat up here. Let me get out the flashlight. This is kind of how it would look in the dark. So there's a bat up there, and there's the witch. A black cat and some cards. There's a skeleton. That guy's wings would move. And you'd talk. A little skeleton, ghost. Over here I had another person in spider webs, a spider there. This thing's eye would glow. And then a Barbie doll wrapped in spider web. And then over here, pretty much the end of the non-scary side was this walkway where you had to walk down it and had yarn hanging down, but it was all these leaves and ivy and bats, and had another bat right there. We had music playing on top of it. It sounded like crows were crying or calling. But you just walk through here, and if you didn't want to go through the scary side, you went back out. and you're back right here. So there's the entrance, and this was the exit of the non-scary side. And this is kind of how you can see how I built it. These 2x3s and this board. So if you want to go on the scary side, another sheet to block it. But then you go in. It's got this zombie-looking doctor guy. Turn right. Another sheet. Oh, let me turn off this light. Losing the effects. So, the zombie guy, turn right, moves the sheet out of the way, there's a clown. And then over here was a skeleton, and this was a TV that would turn on. It looks like some faces coming out of TV. Last year I had that in another section, and it wouldn't go off that often, I don't think. So this year I moved it. Then you have to go through this sheet here, and then down here was the zombie girl. And this area, I come back through when it's lit. It's about, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet deep, and she's in the back of it. So see if you can kind of see. Okay, maybe not that deep, but about 4 feet, 3 feet. 3 feet back there. Then over here was some zombies. Zombie head, zombie baby. And that thing on the ground would shake like it was, electricity was going through it. This guy would rotate back and forth, and that light was a strobe light of sorts. And then this here, that thing's on its last leg, but I had a Slender Man back here that I made out of PVC pipe and put a little styrofoam head on, and then put one of those sock masks on his head. Another light over here. Then you have to go through this area here, and inside here, someone was standing, and he was telling them about, oh, his guts are hanging out, and help this guy, he's got a knife in his head, and we had an IV bag and some other doctor equipment, and blood and a heart, stuff like that. A bunch of body parts. And a little skull rocking back and forth. So I have a light up here, shining down over there. And this last year I had this set up like this also, but it wasn't as elaborate and it wasn't as big, and we didn't have anybody inside it. But then when we go through here, there's the sign that says warning, zombie zone, keep out. Go through this curtain. You can't really see it because this is plexiglass, and the covering was on it, which made it look really good. So what it is there's a projector back there. There's a projector back there. And then it shines up these images of zombies trying to get in the window. And it looks really good when there's a film on the glass, which came off today. So I'll have to put another one. You can put like a shower curtain behind there, and it'll look good also. So I'll have to see next year what I'm going to do. But this was pretty good. It wasn't as great as I wanted because that light, you can see the light behind it shining up on there. So, but then you have to turn and go into another curtained area. So, see, this is the wall. We got red paint, and then a drape. And you come into this room here, and this was set up as a strobe light. But I have pictures. Can't see it on the video, but in person you can see them. You know, they change as you look at them differently. But then you come in here, this light would light up a little bit. I had some stuff written on the wall. And then as you came around the wall, there was this mirror here that you can't see through. And I was hiding behind this, and I made a little drop down window so it would drop down and I would jump out with a mask on it and scare the people. There's a few kids, the second time they came through, they tried to shine their light up to see inside there. But, and you can kind of, nope, I guess not. Well, that worked really well. But that was the big one. That was the one that scared everyone. And then you make another turn and go back here. You can't really see, this was also strobe. So as you came through here, it doesn't show up on video very well. Let's see if we can get the effects. Come around and there's the mirror. Yeah, you can't really see it in the video very well. Come back here and there's a hanging down. There was a skeleton or a scarecrow. He was hiding there. This tree was outside. Oh, there he is. Well, you turn around this corner and out the door. So that's kind of the effect you got in the dark. This camera doesn't show it very well. This is kind of the effect you get in the dark. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. There's some things I want to do differently next year. But then I'll start taking it down and kind of showing how I built it. All right.